So I've started the process of building this car, and I've unpacked these two boxes, and these are the goodies that are in these two boxes. A lot of hardware, spring oil, or lubricant. I don't know if if this has oil-filled shocks or not. It does, damper oil, so they do. The LaFerrari model I built did not have oil-filled shocks. This bag of parts, we've got nuts and bolts, fasteners. These are body clips. We won't be using those on my model. I guarantee you that. I'm not putting any holes in the body to do anything like that. Here we've got some bearings, what looks to be axles, some lubricants, some balls. Guess we're going to create our own bearing set maybe with those. Who knows? That's unique. Washers of some sort. 4 tires of 2 fat, 2 skinny, nice foam tires. If you didn't see that, 2 fat, 2 skinny. Maybe steering parts, I'm just guessing here. Speed, a steering servo. I recognize these kinds of parts if you built these cars before. I think most of this stuff is for steering. Some gears, nylon gears. It looks like this got a pretty primitive drive system compared to the LaFerrari, which was all-wheel drive and had closed gear sets. It was really cool. Much more. This is more like my older Williams FW14 and Ferrari F190 two-wheel drive RC cars that I built that just have these nylon gears, which I really don't like because they're not encased in a gearbox. You can't really keep them lubricated. They wear crappy. I hate this. I'm going to have to think about that. But I'm learning. I haven't even really, this is the first time I've opened this up. And this looks like it appears to be the chassis, which is carbon. And it also came in those 2 boxes. We got a motor. It's an old motor because it's a 2-wire guy, not a 3. So it's a brush motor, not a brushless motor. All these things are upgradable, of course, if you're serious into doing this sort of thing competitively. These things are grossly outdated, from what I understand anyway. I'm not a first-hand person with that. And here's my tool set that I think pretty much will cover everything I need. This guy used to snip the parts from the tree from, and of course, you know, some fine trimming. I've got various screwdrivers, depending on how much torque I need to use to screw some of these things in. If you've never built one of these cars, the screws go in very tightly, so you might need something as small as this with a small head that has a lot of torque, a big handle that you can apply a lot of torque with. Otherwise, you know, there's also my very old set of jeweler's screwdrivers that are in here, and as you can see, I've even got an old Tamiya lug wrench for the 1/12 scale models that I built in the past. I can still take the wheels off if I wanted to, and I haven't done that in a very long time. And then there's a bag full of stuff which contains the other body that I didn't use, and not going to use, let's hope, unless there were some sort of a disaster on something that I've got to rebuild, and many more sets of parts that we will need. And I'm getting out as many as I can. More. This looks like a duplicate of that bag. More fasteners. Now I'll leave them out. And see if there's anything else. Yep. This bag. What else is in there? Anything? No. I think the rest of that's all scrap plastic from building the model. So that's that. And I don't know if you really want to watch me build this thing or not. I can try a video and see how it goes. If you like it, you can let me know. If you don't think it does you any good, I certainly understand that. But you might. That really just will go back in the box. Nicey nice. And this is everything. You know? This is the whole car. Kit and caboodle. As you can see, I'm working on my floor, as I told you I like to do. Oh, more chassis. So that's a sign. And that's what we're looking at to build this into a car. So, I don't know how much talking I'm going to do. That's why it might not be terribly entertaining. I've never tried to build a model and talk at the same time. So, if you're interested, we'll see how it goes. I'll put you on the tripod because I can't build and hold the phone at the same time. And carefully dropping you down. So, I'm actually starting on step 2. I'm not charging, step 1 is like charging a battery and all that stuff. I'm actually starting on step 2 and getting stuff out of the way. It looks like I'm gonna need a piece of this carbon here. I guess this is a subframe maybe. And one of the lovely things is they staple everything, which I hate too. I don't know why people have to use staples in this day and age to do this stuff. Could do the little Ziploc bag thing, you know. But no, because you'll invariably do something in a hurry and poke yourself, and I don't like that. Plus, now I have staples that I have to dispose of, and I don't ever, and I have a cat, so I don't want to mess my poor cat up. But for now, they're going to go in a bag. So it looks like I need this part here, that guy. Let me see if I can get a little better light. How's that? A little brighter? Yes. So that gets placed. It looks like it can go. There's no top or bottom to it. It looks like either side of the plate is the same, which is, you always want to check this stuff when you're building. And now I've got to find some screws and see which screws I need. I need MA5s, MA10s, MA12s, and 5s, 10s, and 12s. And you just, I don't ever know the logic of these grab bags, because they don't, if they do list what these parts bags contain, I don't think they do, ever. So I just kind of look for stuff and see what works. I honestly don't know. I'm just putting all the parts to one side. And I guess I'm going to just have to start cutting these bags open and seeing what screws go where. Trying to see if I can do a matchup without opening the bag right at this moment, but I don't think I can. So that's when your scissors will come in handy to open these things up and see what's in them. And there's always more bags of bags. So these look like steering components. Definitely not this bag. So nothing here. This bag can go back for now. This one is unnecessary because I think it's all body clips. It could have MA5s in it. It could have, but I'll leave that one too. I doubt it's in the suspension bag, but you never know that either. Let's try this bag and see if we get lucky. Let's see what we got in here. I'm looking for knuckles. MA12, MA18. So it looks like, you know, there's a ball joint somewhere I'm trying to find. Don't see it. I see a pinion gear. Screws that are too long. Ah, I see MA10. I see 2 of those. So I do need those. I know I need MA10. MA10 are these little tiny screws that go into the plastic. So, and MA5, looks like there's MA5s in here. That's good. But I don't see MA12. So that's interesting. Because I need MA12 to build this stage. You know? So that's not good. I got grease. Let's see, there's also a rod I'm supposed to have, MA18, which are, those are the axles maybe, for the front. There's 19. We're showing MA19 too. What in the hell? So 18, 20. Some of this must be plastic. This can't all be metal. So that's part of it. Some of this, so there must be an MA in plastic. Let's see. This is B. I will need these guys, right? That's good. Now I need to create basically the whole spindle, which consists of MA10, MA12, what is this? This one is PC. Interesting. Okay, I don't think I need PC yet. Maybe you guys start a model in a more organized way than I do. That's probably the case. This is D. Don't need those yet. This is PC, another PC ABS. Nothing there. These guys were not even in plastic bags. They were in this box. These guys. Voila. More pieces. These are not the uprights. These are H. Help me. This is E. And this is the chassis. So where the hell are these things? Yeah. Yeah. R. L. That's great. Got R and L. Upright. MA20. Upright. MA20. Are these things made of metal? I've never seen metal uprights on one of their models before. Oh yeah. They're metal and plastic. Here they are. All right. Got that. More staples. What a surprise. Okay. So, I think they just like to consume as much of your time as possible to make these things. Let's put some more staples in everything so it's so time consuming to build something for no good reason. All right. So, I got MA20. That's these guys. Okay, they were in a bag with a metal spindle put in them already. Go figure. In case you're wondering, I'm doing this at nighttime. So that's why my lighting's kind of crappy. Sorry about that. So there's that. All right? Right. And these are left and right spindles. Boy, you can't screw this up. Let me tell you. You will be in trouble. And I'm looking to see if they're marked left and right in any way. They appear to be identical. That's the good news. So they're not left-handed or right-handed yet. I guess when you start adding the accoutrement to them, they will become that way. So then there's these MA19s. There's two little springs. Got those in this bag. And of course they're interwound and need to be separated. Oh my God, really? You know, seriously? I like painting better. Building these models is just sometimes silly because, like, I have two string sets here and you can't, it's very hard to tell which one is which to pull it apart. And I'm concerned that I'm going to damage one of them to get them apart. Oh my God, and my eyes are pretty good. Thanks to modern science. They weren't too good about a year ago. Got them. All right. So that wasn't as dramatic as I made it out to be. So sorry about that. So got that. Got this. So we got two springs. I need I need these MA5s, which this is too short to be an MA5, and there's only one, so that's not right. But we're making some progress. Okay, so got those. What's in here? Oh, yeah, there's two that, and God forbid they put them all, the related items in the same bag. So now you open these bags up and you start taking stuff out, and you kind of want to keep it organized, but you can't. It gets painful. So I need two of these. I don't know if can you even see these things. Two of these little like set screws. Voila. Two of those. And I'm gonna, let's see. These are not MA5s because they don't have the right head. So I'm gonna put these all back in the bag. And now the bag, of course, is open, so I've got to tape it up. Because I don't think we're going to get past step one in this particular video, or step two. Step one is charging your RC battery. And I still haven't even found all the parts yet. So imagine that. All right, let me tape this up, because I'd rather not lose these parts or get them mixed up in other bags. Give that a tape, give that a fold, and put that aside. So it looks like I'm missing MA5, MA10, and MA12 still. I think I found MA5s in here. Oh, another bag I want to seal up. Lickety split before I start losing more parts. Oof. Let's cut this one. And believe me, if you haven't built one of these before, down the road, you'll be going, I thought I had this, I thought I had that. And you'll be looking all over the place for it. If you don't keep your bags organized, you'll swear you lost something. So this is too short, this is not an MA5. I think this is it. I think this is the right thread. There's a special name for the number of lines in a screw. I forgot what it's called. A friend of mine who was a machinist taught me that, and I forgot it. Okay, I need two of those. The rest of these can go in the bag. Ah, here's a 12. All right, MA12. Well, is it? It's way too long. It's got a round head. The other problem is, if I only have one of these guys, that's not good either. Am I supposed to have two? I would think I would have two of everything that had to do with suspension and uprights and steering and all that stuff. I don't know. We'll find out. Unfortunately, I don't have two kits. I only have two bodies. I don't know why I bought two bodies, actually. I guess I thought I was going to screw it up. Or maybe crash one. But I never, I'm not going to race it. Unless I race the clear body and just leave it clear. So, yeah. So I don't know how painful it is for you guys to watch all this. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not. I guess if you really want to see, if you're not a hobbyist and you want to see what this kind of hobby is like, or any kind of hobby is like, because they're all, I don't care what it is you do for a hobby, they're all pretty tedious. So, MA5s, they really look correct. I'm kind of shocked that I have that, but everything seems to be in different bags. I still haven't found those crazy ball joints though. These MA12s are a ball with a shaft on them that screws into the top of these. And I don't see it in here. I hate to open these right now. Man, what's in here? Ah, here they are. They're here. Yay. So we have some success, all right? And there's two axle shafts of some sort. They're MA18, which you haven't heard me mention. Here's the two MA12s. Let's hope these MA10s are, there's MA10s in this bag too. But the screws are all too short, so they're definitely not MA5s. So I think that's all I need from this bag for now. I just don't want to lose anything. This has some small parts, smaller than what I had on the LaFerrari. Take this bag up. MA5, MA19, B4. So, is that everything? I think so. I think it's everything. So, let's build one of these things. So, MA18, these shafts go in like so, all the way through. So that's what's going to be your pivoter for your wheel. Your wheel is going to go here, the wheel and tire, and of course your steering arm there. And this will be in the upright that we're going to build like so. All right? You see that? Am I terrible lighting? I should do this during the day, but I feel like doing some tonight, so you're stuck seeing it in crappy lighting. Okay, so there's that. Then there's a hex wrench I'm supposed to use for the little guy. No. These little screws. Yeah, oh, needs an Allen wrench. A little tiny Allen wrench, you know? They probably have one in one of these bags. I hadn't come across one yet. This is not one. These are all too big for that wrench. But I do have, no, this one might be too, I think I got a smaller one. This one might work that I have in my own set. Let's see if it works. Even this might be too big. Nope. So, there you go. That's, that gets screwed into the back here. screw that in. I'm not sure what its purpose is right now, but it obviously serves some purpose. So I'll screw it in. And when I'm done with this one, I'll move the phone so you can see it. I don't know how tight to make this. That's the other thing. They don't give you a whole lot of instructions when it comes to torquing anything on any of these model kits. So this guy, now this is the MA12. I'm going to bring the phone down real quick so you can see what I did. So these are the pieces, right? There's this guy. He's got to go into the bottom of the steering arm right there. So he's going to go into the innermost hole here. That is the piece we were just dealing with. Is that the one I put the screw in? Yeah, this one I put the screw in. It goes all the way in there in this hole here, right? If you look at this one, you can see there's no screw in it yet. But you can see the threads are in there. So anyway, something happens with those. I don't know what. We'll find out down the road, I'm sure. So from there, let me see if I can put this, if I put this down lower, let's see if that's better. Yeah, maybe that's better. You think it's better? Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah. All right, maybe that's better. So steering arm through, I'm gonna use one of the wrenches. Let's see with the hex wrench, which one fits. The smallest of the hex wrenches that they give you fits. And that screws into the bottom of the steering arm, I guess, if you can get it to go. Maybe I should have done this by hand first. I don't know. Let's try it by hand. No? Let's try it this way. No. So obviously, the threads are really small. I think I got it started. Yeah, I think it's easier to start this by hand and then finish it off with the wrench. Let's try the wrench now, and hopefully I can get it to go in. Of course, this knuckle is, this shaft is in the way. Oh, I know what the screw does. The screw determines the shaft. It's tightening this arm, this upright arm. So now I have to loosen this because it's in the way. I shouldn't have done this first because I can't use the wrench to tighten it. So I loosen that. Now I can slide the axle. So you can adjust the ride height doing this. Lovely. I'm sure this is documented here too. I think it is. Yeah, they talk about it being 8.5 millimeters top and bottom exactly. Yeah. Okay, so this steering arm is in. So now I could tighten this. I'm just eyeballing it right now. But this is good to know. You can raise or lower the ride height of your car right with this little adjustment screw right here. That's pretty trick. So that's done. Now I need to do 2 of those. So with this one, I'm going to just start with MA12. They give you 2 holes because there's 2 holes here, and by doing that, you can adjust your steering by moving this attachment ball if you need to. I'm assuming, with great assumption, that I don't know if I should be assuming this. No, I shouldn't be assuming that this goes in the same way. No. No, no, no. This one's got to go the opposite way. Otherwise, you don't have a left and a right. This is what makes it, these pieces left and right. So, let me screw this in. Oh. All right, screwing away. It's doing good. It's in. It just needs to be tightened. So yeah, you want to put these brass pieces in very first thing. Do those first. Get your left and your right established, right? Like so. Then put your shaft in, your upright shaft. Get that eyeballed pretty good. Get your little screw. They have to have given you an Allen screw wrench because these are such small parts, but I'm sorry I'm using my own. I don't know. There's probably one we'll come across that I missed. Now this guy is not threading straight for some reason. I happen to have another one here. Maybe there's different sizes. They look to be the same. Let me try this one. I guess one, see, it's so easy to lose parts. One was in another bag, and I didn't get it in, so I got to get it in the right bag as soon as I get this threaded. But it's not threading. This one is really not threading. It's like it's cross-threaded, but it's never been threaded before. So how in the world can it be cross-threaded if nobody ever put a screw in it incorrectly? Or am I putting it in the wrong thing? That's the problem. See? I guess I thought I was grabbing the right one. There we go. See how easy it is to screw up? You know, this is doing this on camera, you know, it's not graceful. I'm not graceful. Let's see, where's that go? I think it goes in this bag. Because there's only one in here, and I'm guessing there should be 2. Now there's 2. Okay, voila. Got that? I'm glad you do, because I don't. So now we've made these two little fellas or ladies. We got these screws. We got a screw that doesn't belong. Once again, I missed that belongs in this bag too. I don't know how I missed these, but I did. All right, got those in their bag. Boom. And these screws are the same. Yes. So now it's time to assemble this piece. Got that. The bottom is B1. B1. Where's B1? This one's B1. This tool is excellent for snipping parts off a tree. Okay, so this, it really gets close to the edge of the plastic, so you don't have much excess to remove, if any. Using the side of the blade, the outer edge of the blade when you're cutting against the plastic, outer edge of the blade when you're cutting against the plastic. Get one of these if you don't have one. So this is B1. And B1 and B3. So let's see. B1. And the top is B4. Not B after, B4. Cut that. 1, 2. And the upright goes in like so. Right? Then the spring goes on top. And let's make sure I've got the right one where it's supposed to go. I think that's correct. Yeah, I think. Looks correct. All right, that goes there. This gets sprung down. So this is some suspension thingy. I mean, I know it's the front suspension, but right. So I guess that looks like this. Okay. And then a screw goes in at the bottom here, in there. Let's see. Let's seal this up. See if my little short torquey screwdriver will do the trick. So it's interesting. I guess a spring has got to go in here. It just doesn't. This does not seem right to me. But it must be okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks right. It doesn't feel right. I guess because stuff has got to be screwed in. You know, it's a sub-assembly. So I think it's okay. So I'm going to try screwing it in and see if it does do, if it's okay. These screws, as I said, are very difficult to get in. And if you have any sort of wrist arthritis or a carpal tunnel, and I have both from years and years of clicking a mouse, you will find this difficult and painful. Let's try this screwdriver. The jeweler screwdrivers really don't work well on these screws. I am applying a lot of force to do this. I don't even know if that's tight enough. Yeah, see, that part slipped out. And I don't think it should on a sub-assembly. That really should stay in, I think. But we'll see. Let's see, let's do the other side and see what happens. Yeah, this really looks correct, though. It just seems to me like this part should go there, but I don't know. All I know is my hand hurts. And so we'll do B3, which is the other side. Right? B3 goes there, like so. Let me see, you know, this is MA5. I mean, at least they give you exact measurement drawings. This screw is the correct screw. That's the only thing I could think of, is that it wasn't the correct screw, because it was awfully difficult to screw in. But it's correct. Definitely. I'd bet money on it. So this goes here. And now we get which one is this? B2? Yeah, B2 is the top piece. And that goes here and over the spring and all that stuff. And you can press that down. And you see the other side falls off. That's crazy. It's just not typical of doing a sub-assembly. Usually a sub-assembly, everything is together and stays together without any fuss, any muss. I have a feeling I'm doing something wrong, but maybe not. I'm looking down at step 3, and step 3 bolts all this together. So hopefully that will solve this problem. So these screw in with relative difficulty, and then they just get impossibly difficult once you get them to the point where they have to be tight. I know they're RC cars, though, and they go through a lot of stress. That seems tight. Let me double check this one. Now that I've got a little more wrist recovery. Believe me, you never want to take these cars apart. Yeah, this one is not tight. And I don't have any power tools, but even if I did, I don't think they'd help. Okay. So, you know, this is your suspension, if you will. See that? That's your suspension. On the front, anyway. So, that's this one. I'm going to get these screwed up, too. If I don't get these bolted together, I'm going to screw it up. This one. And this one. Okay. I'm going to do a fly-in for you so you can see the steps completed. There it is. With my hands out of the way and stuff. And you see how it goes together. Steering arms. Gonna be like that, I guess. That looks good to me right now, based on building a few gazillion of these over my lifetime. So the next step, the step 3, is going to be mounting that to one of the plates with all these screws. And given that this video is 52 minutes, I'm going to cut it here and do a second video where I assemble all of this. So, see you there.